I got five. Gregory.
Calvin.
Afternoon. Lenços. Alex do the job. The lenços. Sei não inglês. You don't know, so fixing on it. Yeah. Yes, no, that. Yeah, fundamentals. Go over the line. We're not supposed to stick to that. Yeah, it's like, yeah. It was I mean, I don't mind watching it there. Probably the press generator and else would. I think they're doing this now. Ah, boy. So, what's next, Christine? Okay. No, that was awesome. How are things? I'm good. Last of it, 4 minutes. Okay. Yes, you know, right? In the gospel, so it's fine. And nobody pick you. Look out that I don't know if you basketball better. If you want to be on the team, I always they go back. Done. Oh, wow. Welcome back. Ja, also. It's almost working. You still remember of killer times? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, I'll try. I'll try. What was up? What is wrong, man?
Some of them live you, some of them just like you in.
Yeah.
Hello, presents, look who's here. You're going to bless us with your presents. Hello, everybody. Guess who's early today? Hello.
One time.
Yes. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening.
This meeting of Cable Revolutionaries Club 2591529. This meeting of Cable Revolutionaries Toastmasters Club 2591529 is now called to order. Yes. Please stand as we reverence our Heavenly Father. Toastmaster Tony, can you open this up in prayer, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. We want to thank you for bringing us all here together safely and letting us have a beautiful day. Heavenly Father, I pray that we have a beautiful meeting. Thank you for all of these individuals coming from their different walks of life and keeping them safe to be here, Heavenly Father. We pray that we have a productive meeting, an effective meeting, a learning meeting, an educational meeting. We all walk away uplifted and motivated from today this evening. We hope that we have beautiful speeches, dear Lord. Thank you again for the strength and the patience for bringing us here. I pray we have a beautiful meeting. We go our separate ways safely. In your name we pray.
Amen. Amen. So we'll place our national flag and we'll sing together as Toastmasters. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, sing.
Lift up to the rising sun, Bahamas. March on to glory, your bright banners waving high. Sing how the world marks the manner of your bearing. Let's to excel through love and unity, pressing onwards, march together to a common loftier goal. Steady sunward through the weather, eyes so wide and treacherous shore. Lift up your head to the rising sun, my land, till the road you trod leads unto your glory. March on, Bahama
land. Yay! Before you take a seat, let's repeat our Toastmaster mission.
We provide a supportive and positive learning experience
in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Yes. Now here at Cable Revolutionaries 2591529, we're not just Toastmasters, we are family. So if you celebrated a birthday this week, last week, today, tomorrow, we want to acknowledge your birthday. If you had an anniversary, a wedding anniversary, a work anniversary, or hey, you just here at Toastmasters, we want to celebrate you. So any birthdays, anniversaries?
It was my cable anniversary last week.
Oh, nice. Congratulations. And how many years? You celebrate. Now. We've all been waiting for our quote of the day. Anybody can pull it up? The phone? A quote of the week.
I'm guessing you're going to do the call to action then.
The quote of the week was, it's the mark of an educated mind to entertain a thought without accepting it. And the call to action was, debate a viewpoint you dislike, then state the strongest version of it fairly.
So fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will now yield the lectern to our president, the one and only, the best president in Toastmasters, who celebrated 1 year anniversary. Toastmaster Pearson! Our president.
So yes, like the quote said, debate something. And I think tonight will provide a great night. Without further ado, welcome again to another wonderful meeting at Cable Revolutionaries, the one and only place to be on a Thursday at 6 p.m. We're about to be ending, but this is the place that we're going to do. So we'll open up the meeting with the introduction of guests, and we'll start our line on Zoom. Introduction of guests. Mr. Aaron Steve, can you let us know who invited you to the meeting this evening?
Good night, Tatiana.
All right, Tatiana's a big invite itself. Mr. Nigel Leburn, can you let us know who invited you to the meeting this evening? Mr. Leburn? Probably something with his audio. I'm saying DC. DC, can you let us know who invited you this evening?
Hi, Tatiana invited me. I'm her sister.
What? Tatiana got a lot of people coming out. And in the room, Jonathan Albrecht, can you let us know who invited you to the meeting this evening?
Please to recognize the president, I was invited by none other than yourself.
And Mr. Keith Roy, can you let us know who invited you, or did you come on your own volition?
Give him away over this.
Coming back.
Flatly back.
Bring him back. Yes, I believe that's all the guests on Zoom and in the room. So let's go to late or absent excuses. Late or absent excuses going once.
Absence of excuse for TM for 1 year period. Mr. Right?
Late or absent excuses going once. Going twice. Jim Munger?
I don't.
Let's go on.
There's rules. Huh? Yes. Oh, somebody else, was late. Oh, it was my Christine who said she was running.
Yeah, running late, but
She's early.
yeah, I ran.
But, Matheson, yeah. Oh. Nice.
What? Yes, yes. All right, so absent and late excuses going once, going twice. Go on. Raffle. We will now hear the raffle by Toastmaster Tanya Miller. Deanna, it's funny.
$50 and lucky pickers in here all night. Nice. Dollar for ticket, 50. Yeah, and $100, $50.
What's the price of raffle?
So we got a 50. So Tatiana already put 20 in the pot. 20 in the pot.
That's an IOU. She picked you an IOU.
All right. So now we had a reading of the minutes by Toastmasters and Leah Millen.
And thank you for acknowledging me. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. We'll follow the reading of the minutes as followed. Meeting was called to order at 6 p.m. by Toastmaster Alex Pearson. The invocation was done by Toastmaster Alex Pearson, and also the pledge was led by Toastmaster Alex Pearson. Late excuse, DTM Ernesto Gongora absence excuse, Toastmaster Clark, Cash, and Toastmaster Miller. Introduction of guests, there were 5 guests in attendance. The raffle pitch was done by Toastmaster Alex Pearson. The minutes were read by Toastmaster and Secretary Rose. There were no correction, additions, and deletions to the minutes. Motion to accept the minutes as read was passed by Toastmaster Tara Ferguson and seconded by Toastmaster Antonia Brown. Matters arising, DTM Ernesto Gongora inquired on the reasoning of a vote during the by-election for VPE. Though there were only one candidate, Sandia Paul replied that the vote was actually on the motion made by DTM Kendra Monroe. He then added that in such a case, the secretary will then place a single vote for the club in favor of the candidate. Education session under the theme Persuasion and Influence was chaired by Toastmaster Tara Ferguson. The lexicologist was Toastmaster Travonia Carey. And our word of the day for that night was perspicacious. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Perspicacious. All right. Table topics. Master was DTM Ernesto Gongora, speakers Antonia Brown and Toastmaster Angelique Gould. General evaluator Alex Pearson, and also assisted by TM Charles Rose and TM Sandia Paul. Our grammarian was Travonia Carey, our counter Toastmaster Ambrister, and timer Toastmaster Miller. Committee reports and communique. The treasurer advised dues are due. The treasurer will be collecting dues at every in-person meeting, so check out your pocketbooks tonight. Deadline for dues is March 31st, 2026. Education Committee advised that a live link has been posted in the group to assist with signing up for various positions on the program. Everyone is encouraged to sign up and serve your club. Meeting outside of the club, 4 members of the club took part in the area level speaking contest. The contestants include Madeline Archer, Charles Rose, Sandia Miller, and Toastmaster Alex Pearson. Sandia Miller, VPM, placed first in the evaluation contest and will be moving on to the district level contest. Toastmaster Alex Pearson placed first in both table topics contest and the international speaking contest and will be moving to the district level contest. Other business, there was none. Announcements, the District 47 conference is quickly approaching. The early bird special at that time will continue until February 22nd, which has since passed. During this special, you can take advantage of a full conference price of $240, Saturday only $190, Saturday dinner $110. The conference is currently set to take place in Marriott in Coral Springs, Florida. Speaker of the night was none other than Toastmaster Antonia Brown. Evaluator of the night, Toastmaster Charles Rule. Raffle winner, Toastmaster Sandia Paul. The raffle total was $37. The president entertained guest remarks and there was a motion for the meeting to be adjourned by DTM Ernesto Gongora and it was seconded by Toastmaster Ambrister. The motion passed and the president adjourned the meeting that ended at 8 p.m. The next meeting was slated to be held tonight at the Phil Keepin building. Aaron's the reading of the minutes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Miller. Are there any corrections, amendments, or deletions to the minutes? Toastmaster Pearson.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Just one point, we will be moving on to the division level before the district.
Okay. Are there any other corrections, amendments, deletions? You can order. Well, I'm not. I would say area and then.
So she's actually correct.
Are there any amendments, corrections, or deletions to the minutes? Going once, going twice. May I have a motion to accept the minutes as corrected?
Mr. President, I move that we accept the minutes as corrected.
You have a second? It has been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Send us to the back of the room. Motion carried. Matters rising. Matters rising going once. Matters rising going twice. Well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, it's about that time for the fun part of the meeting. We have our food, we have our refreshments. Now it's time for the real nourishment. Education program. We have a full room, and I will now invite none other than our VP, Toastmasters, and the let's give her a clap. Oh.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, you married me on time. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, thank you so very much for coming this evening to this meeting of Cable Revolutionaries Club 2591529. This evening, we have a powerful theme. Speak with purpose, Toastmaster Pete Roy. Coming to chair our meeting is a distinguished Toastmaster who's a dual member of Club 7178 and Club 1600. He is my personal friend and a supporter of Cable Revolutionaries throughout the years. Whenever called upon, he has willingly accepted the call. And tonight has been no different. Please help me welcome our chairman for this evening, distinguished Toastmaster Tristan Benavides.
I was glad when they said unto me. I came running when they said unto me.
Okay, yes,
Well, Toastmasters, yes, good evening. I am so happy to be back here. I think distinguished Toastmaster Dongro might have been the only member here last time I was here. It's been a while. But I'm so grateful to be here. I counted on robbery. I know. I was wondering when I might get a call because Sandia, she likes to call me. So I was happy. I know some good people at this club, and this club has done some great things over the years. I'm excited for this new dispensation, this new good time that we have to spend together. Some new faces, so I can't really pick up too much people. So I can be calling some of the faces I know. Say 16.
That's good. That's good.
Wrong place, man. Wrong place.
Revolutionaries,
2591529.
I want y'all know. See, right? So because the first Bahamas branch goes back so far, I've learned just to embrace it. Because anywhere we get called upon, that's what it is. But they chewing, so I understand.
Okay.
They were very wise and so delayed.
I had one chance just to do like a little, something, and I missed it. So, I look up a dog road chewing, look at all ring chewing. Press is good man, and he's just scared.
He's the president of AU.
But I'm so excited to be here. We have an exciting program for you today, and I didn't forget my purpose as the chairman to be a congenial host, to be a great host, and not to ruin my good one chance to be back at Cable. It's so good, y'all call me back. But we have in the person of Toastmaster Bristol, she's going to come now with the lexicology session. Please help me welcome her. I think this is not the first time doing it. Is it?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I just saw her face recently. She wasn't competing recently, right? No. Somebody else? Got the same elbows. Yeah. They look somewhat alike, yeah, but she was serving as our lexicologist and she's been an official member for just a couple of months. So please help make her feel welcome and give her a rousing round of applause.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
My name is Tatiana Brista, and I am here as your lexicologist for this evening. The role of the lexicologist is to introduce the word of the day and encourage you to use it throughout the meeting. The goal is to expand your vocabulary and strengthen your communication, not just tonight, but in your everyday life. So this word is, I'm going to give you a chance to guess the word. It's the opposite actually, no, it is the feeling that we have when we first start Toastmasters. Here. Yeah, but this it starts with a D.
Dear.
And it is the opposite of what we have when we join Toastmasters.
Right.
It's the opposite.
Delight.
It's the opposite.
I give one more try.
Give us one more hit. What's the second one?
How many syllables are there?
Oh. It rhymes with confident.
Confident?
You mean daunting?
That's no. Okay, the word is diffident. Diffident means to be modest or shy because of lack of self-confidence, hesitant to speak or assert oneself. Diffident.
Good stuff. How do you spell
So
it?
that's exactly how we feel when we first joined Toastmasters. Did I lie?
No.
Okay then. So I would like one of you to use diffident in a sentence. And I'll say the word first. Yes. I would like to call on Toastmaster Ernesto Gondra. You want to hear the definition again?
Yes, please.
It's modest or shy because of lack of self-confidence, hesitant to speak or assert oneself.
Toastmasters has helped me lower my dividend status for about 40% since I joined 20 years ago.
Nice. I would like to take a chance at one of our Zoom guests,
I think I tried to try.
Nigel Hebern. We called on you before. We didn't get an answer. Can we get an answer now?
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hello, Nigel. Did you hear the word of the day?
The word of the day was diffident, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
Yes. Do you need a definition?
Please, and thank you.
The definition is to be modest or shy because of lack of self-confidence, hesitant to speak or assert oneself. Could you use it in a sentence?
The reason I asked the lexicologist to repeat the word diffident was to show that she was not diffident in presenting the word of the day.
That was different.
Well, that is all for the lexicologist.
Oh, we didn't have another round of applause for all of this. So I know as Toastmasters, we already learned how to speak with a purpose. But even as a lexicologist, you can still have our part in the meeting. And congratulations for taking another step on the Toastmasters journey.
Thank you.
But speaking with purpose, I still remember the first time I came to my first meeting. It was Club 1600. And conveniently, even though I joined in 2013, I visited in Del Mar's year. Which year was it? 2008, 6, 7?
Yeah.
Right. So I visited a lot of years further before, and at that time it's just rough for me. I don't know. I was just making too much money or something. But I eventually came back around in Pedro's year, coming out of Pedro's year, 2013, and into Winder's year. So that's when I eventually joined, but it took me a while to find my voice. It took me a while to start speaking with a purpose. But I still remember my first table topics question, and I will tell you that question as soon as we bring on our next prepared presenter. Please help me welcome to the lectern. Well, she already introduced me, so I'm going to introduce her. I'm going to introduce some and then I'll say others. The very effervescent, the very infectious, the very loquacious. Toastmaster Sandia, will please help me welcome.
Good evening once again, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Are we geared up?
Yeah.
Are we prepared for a night of speaking with purpose? All right, before I begin the table topic session, I would like to share with you one of my favorite quotes. Not quotes, actually it is written. Declare a thing, and it shall be established. Declare a thing, and it shall be established. I am excited for what we are going to declare tonight. I am extremely excited for what will be established in here tonight through our words. The purpose of the table topics session, for the benefit of the room and for our guests, is to share lighthearted questions with the room so that persons can get an opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking, also known as speaking on the cuff. So what I will do is I will give a question or a phrase or a prompt, and I will say it twice, and then I will call on someone in the room or on the Zoom to respond. I will start a practice dry run with Toastmaster somebody in a moment. Let us begin. What does it mean to speak with purpose? What does it mean to speak with purpose? And this question goes to Toastmaster Tracy Boucher.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon or good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. What does it mean to speak with purpose? To speak with purpose means that you're speaking something into being, something that you want others to fathom when you open your mouth, something that will resonate with somebody or something that will inspire or impact. Speaking with purpose means that you are speaking out of confidence. You are speaking to action for the receiver, right? So if I am speaking something of purpose that I want someone to feel inspired about, I would speak with that level of authority so that at the end of my speech to that individual, that individual would leave saying, wow, wow, I never thought about it that way. Oh my God, like, ooh, it caused me to open my eyes. Oh, I didn't realize that. But speaking in purpose is leaving an impact. Thank you, Toastmaster Sandia.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Boucher. Let's clap her up. Toastmaster Boucher just declared tonight that we are confident in our speaking. She established that our speaking will inspire others. And she has also established that we are in authority of what we say. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Boucher. All right. Who is someone who's speaking you admire and why? Who is someone who's speaking you admire and why? To our guests. Think.
Well, thank you. Put my son here. Yes, currently I am speaking, I admire myself. So I think one reason why I chose myself is because I'm not afraid to learn, to speak. And I also, once again, I'm the only one speaking, so I have no choice. I choose myself. But geez, a little rusty. Get drums. Sound good, thank you. Now you are also speaking. I must choose you. That was a Toastmaster. So. Yes. How many? 20 more seconds. That's a lot of seconds. 19. I choose myself, and I believe that I will not let myself down.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster. Sometimes it's not so bad to choose yourself, challenge yourself. Sometimes. All right, moving right along. If your words had a mission statement, what would it be? If your words had a mission statement, what would it be? To our guest, Denisha Adley.
That's my friend. Good night, Toastmasters. I'm excited to be here. You put me really on the spot. But if my words had a mission statement, what would it be? I'm gonna piggyback off the first Toastmaster that answered the question. To bring clarity where there's confusion, truth, to uncertainty, and empowerment to women.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Adley. I love that last one, empowerment to women. Who run the world?
Women!
Girls. All right, we're just getting heated. If you had 60 seconds to inspire someone, what would you say? If you had just 60 seconds to inspire someone, what would you say? And this question goes to Toastmaster Jonathan Aubrey.
I had 60 seconds to inspire someone. Bottom table topics, master. Life is rough. Especially when you hold plans, that makes it more interesting. And I am a firm believer that whenever you announce you want to do anything, there's two people listening. It's God and the devil. And the devil puts certain things in your way to ensure if you really want to.
Look at the spelling.
Now, the reason why he said that is because at the start of this year, I said, I want to set a massive savings goal. I want to put aside 10K. God heard this. So, okay, bless you. The devil heard this and say, okay, let's see what you're about. Let me get your car off you. The car broke down the next day.
Wow.
It was New Year's, car breakdown. So, with that, I test your patience, I test your resolve. Because the first option came to me, well, get a loan. Now, I know bank, I know finance school. I don't like compound interest when it works against me. That's a mediocre question. Now I find myself in a position where my back is against the wall, and I have to use my feet down to get from point to point of view. And I shared that story because in life, you find yourself in situations where it could be a car, could be sickness, it could be a family member is injured, it could be where you have a child on the way to figure out how you're gonna pay for school. So when you find yourself with your back against the wall, you have to remember to simply take the next step. And that'll be the main words of encouragement I would give to anybody in any situation. Let's get up, put your hands, your shoes back on, and take that next step. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Take the next step. And he also established potentially someone in this room is expecting. In this direction. Thank you, Ben. Toastmaster Aubrey. He has declared a thing, and we shall wait for the establishment. All right. Next question. What role does listening play in speaking with purpose? What role, if any, does listening play in speaking with purpose? This question would be for Toastmaster Tony Culmer.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you for acknowledging me. Thank you for that beautiful question. The question was, what role does listening, can you repeat the question so I don't fumble it, please?
What role does listening play
Listening.
in speaking with purpose?
I always love to come back to what I know and what I'm currently experiencing. And as a new mom, dealing with now toddler in the wonderful ages of 2 and 3 years old. She's 3 going on 5. And dealing with humans, adults, excuse me, for most of my life, I normally can convey a simple sentence and it gets executed. I am now learning that when dealing with newborns or newly formed individuals, you have to speak with purpose in order to convey your message across and have them executed properly, especially when it comes to younger kids. You have to clarify the way that you speak. You have to listen to them and you have to use certain words or precise words that they're going to understand, grasp, and execute and play it back. That patience has taught me to deal with that with even more grown adults that I did not know was a necessary asset as well. So having patience and learning how to listen and speak clearly for a younger child and using that in my adult life has been very beneficial, has been very, very educational. So I definitely recommend listening to the little ones, listening to the adults. There's always 2 sides to every story.
Thank you so much. Yeah, admonishes us to listen with patience. I always say, you want to develop patience, get a spouse, some kids, and a garden. Thank me later. Advice. What is one sentence that changed your life? What is one sentence that changed your life? Toastmaster Tara Ferguson.
Thank you so much, Madam Table Topics Master. I have to be completely honest in my response, fellow Toastmasters and guests. There was one statement that was made by my pastor a few years ago, and his exact words were, T, wait on God. No doubt, no joke. Those were his exact words to me. And during that time in my life when he first presented those words to me, I was going through what I want to say is a phase in my life. It started in my 20s and then it evolved in my 30s and even into my 40s. And he still came back with the same words: T, wait on God. And so, fellow Toastmasters and guests, those words were so profound to me. I have to tell you that it has worked in my favor to follow those words and to follow the example that was set before me by my leader. And so I was chasing things and I was chasing people, and I'll be upfront and tell you I was even chasing man. Okay. And so those words were birthed with a purpose. And so when I listened and I heeded, there was a lot going on. And so I really didn't find my place in this world. Yeah, I was living, I was doing things, but I did not find my place in this world. And those words stuck with me from my 20s, my 30s, and my 40s, almost my 50s. And they still stick strong with me today. T, wait on God. And that is the purpose that I'm walking in today. Thank you for that question.
What is one thing people misunderstand about you? What is one thing people misunderstand about you to our president?
Why so serious? A phrase that I've heard throughout my whole life. Someone is always asking me, "You okay? Why are you so serious?" And it's funny because I'm one of the most fun persons that I know. But I believe that there's a time and a season, everything in life. Let me tell you a story. Back in grade 5, my favorite grade, my favorite year of all time, primary school and high school. My teacher saw me in class and she called home to my mom and she was like, "There's something going on with him. Is he okay? There's something going on at home." She doesn't see me talk in class. She doesn't see me laugh in class. But remember, I said this was my favorite year. And it was my favorite year because I had so much fun. But like I said, there's a time and place for everything. And I knew that from a young age. Work, play. Go to school, work, break time, play, back in class, work. I would have the most fun at lunchtime. But when I walk through the doors of class, my smile is gone because I'm there for a reason. I'm there for my grades. I'm there to move on to the next level. That continued on throughout my life. I heard that same phrase maybe a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. Why so serious? Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I'll take a quote from one of my friends, my fellow Toastmasters in Club 1600. I don't play. When I'm working, I'm working. When I'm playing, I'm playing. All work and no play makes Amar a dull man. But if you only see the work, then you don't know how sharp I am. Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master.
President. The president says there's a time and place for everything. That reminds me of another of one of my favorite scriptures. When I was a child, I acted as a child. But when I became a man, what did I do?
Put away.
Here ends our table topics. Secretary, no one speaks after the president.
Oh, yeah.
Customary, nobody bangs the gavel.
Sorry.
Thank you so much. That's up to him. That's his gavel. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sandia Miller, for your contribution to our program. Give another round of applause, please. So, as I promised, my first question in Club 1600 as a guest was, why are you here? Simply put, for a guest, they asked me. And my response was, I was enjoying it. So 13 years later, I have an answer. And I'll tell you at the end of the meeting, but quickly I want to go into what I call my 4 S's of communication that can help you on your journey to speak with a purpose. I'll say the first 2 and then during the next section when I come up, I'll mention the other 2. So my first 2 are shortness, and that's funny because I'm kind of tall. But shortness because sometimes your most effective communication is your most quickest, and your most sharpest, and your most to the point. That can be very interesting for a Toastmaster because sometimes you can be a little long-winded. So, but it's important that you have your information as tight as possible, as perfectly wrapped with a bow and everything, but as quick as you can deliver it, because persons lose attention so fast. My second one is simplicity. You know, we can wax effectively with a lot of great words, and we can go on and on about just how great our vocabulary is. But unless we speak to our audience in the most simplest ways, we will lose them and lose its effectiveness. Remember, great speaking, I've always said, and I've always learned that it's great conversation. So the more you can be conversational with somebody, the more they're gonna really glue on to what you have to say, and they're gonna remember every single word. So that's my first 2 S's, and I'll get into the other 2 when I get back up here. But now we have our first prepared speaker. We get a lot of Millers in the room. You feel it? So I don't know if y'all noticed, but I might have mixed up some names just because a lot of names just became very and repetitive. Yeah. Sangitas and Millers and everywhere and everything. So I just kind of got mixed up. But in the person of Toastmaster Tanya Miller, our treasurer for Cape Revolutionaries, he will come in on be our first prepared speaker. Please give a round of applause and welcome him.
Yeah. Speak with a purpose. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will be in alignment with tonight's theme and share a bit of how speaking with purpose has helped me on my healing journey. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. A quote by Friedrich Nietzsche. When you know why you're doing something, you can survive how hard it is. My why, my children, grandchildren, nieces and nephews, husband, family, hopes, dreams, and my faith. How? The grave losses I've suffered, the emotional pain I've caused, it's caused, the financial hurdles I've faced, the illnesses I've endured, the hard work I had to put in. My why is so strong that living in my purpose and speaking with purpose is a must. For the past few years, I've spent a lot of time in and out of doctor's offices, trying to pinpoint why I always feel the way I do. Seems as though I was always in pain, especially in my lower back and my legs. I prayed constantly and remained optimistic. But fellow Toastmasters and guests, I will tell you, it works. It does work. But we must also do our part in fostering and maintaining healing by our life choices. Things we allow ourselves to consume: food, thoughts, work, activities, and even people play a part. I'll share with you, and I am sure most of us can attest to this. I went to a doctor to explain what I was experiencing, and he barely looked at me. Prescribed some pills. Went to another doctor, and boom, same thing, gave me some pills. This was on a repeat a few times. Mind you, the pills work, but they only managed the symptoms, not reach the root cause. I was speaking, but no one was listening to understand or really hearing me in an effort to help me heal. The only thing that was running through my mind is, these old insurance guzzlers. That's all they're waiting for, in my opinion. One day I decided that I was going to speak again, but with purpose. I needed results. Results that will lead to me healing and giving me the life, the quality of life that God intended for me. I have people depending on me to live a healthy life. I needed my answers, and I needed them now. I told the doctor, I said, listen, hear me out. I have been dealing with these issues for a few years now. I have been given pills to mask the pain, rubs to numb it. I knew the medications by name because I researched everything, thanks to Dr. Google. I even told him, I believe I know what's going on, so I need you to check it from this angle, Doc. I said to him, Doc, something is wrong. This is my body. I know my body. Something is not right. I begged, I said, please, do not give me another set of pills and dismiss me. I would like for you to request an X-ray, CAT scan, MRI, whatever needs to be done, but please do something different. Needless to say, he did prescribe me some pills. However, I did work with an MRI referral. The MRI has pinpointed the root cause for the discomfort I have been experiencing. It led to another referral where I was thoroughly tested and ruled out certain ailments, which then led to another referral. And now I am going through physical therapy on medication that will take some time, but it's working and it's not just masking the pain. So my decision to speak with a purpose has helped me on my road to healing and improve the quality of my life. I did what I did, spoke with purpose, not only for me, but for those around me, my family, those who depend on me, and those whose prayers I am an answer to. This is one scripture that I have quoted throughout my time and dealing with the issues that I have. Deuteronomy 30:19. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you. I have put before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Choose life that you and your seed may live. And so I chose life. Every day, I make it my purpose to speak life into my situation, life into my circumstances, life into my family, life into my work. Another scripture that I always lean on, Proverbs 18:21. Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Be careful what you speak. Words have tangible consequences on our reality. So I am intentional about speaking with purpose. Now, I know when we were children, there was an adage, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That is a lie. Yes. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I admonish each of you to speak with purpose because it is powerful. Words shape lives, it builds confidence, character, and inspires. Mr. Chair.
That's right. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Miller, for your contribution to this program. Please give another round of applause. Speaking with a purpose, it's never easy. Please remember that in this world, public speaking still is the #1 fear in this world. Yes. Second is dying, which means that your average funeral, most people would rather be in the coffin than giving the eulogy. I don't want you to take it lightly. Speaking with a purpose, it takes some time to develop it, but when you do, systematically and with purpose and with my next 2 S's, with strength coming from inside you, which gives you the courage to stand before any audience. Once you have something, it doesn't have to be profound. You can just say hello, or like our guest said, you can just go on for maybe 19 seconds and just remind us of fairly obvious observations. But where you were placed in that meeting, you still have a voice. Speak with a purpose. My last S is sincerity, and that helps a lot because persons can see through you. One of the most vulnerable things you can do is singing. The other one is speaking or comedy. When you're doing singing, your voice will tell. Every tremor in your voice will tell, which is why people like Whitney Houston, she's flawless because she has the confidence. When you're speaking or when you're doing comedy, it will always tell in your confidence. So speak with sincerity, and that will help you get through every speech confidently. Our second prepared speaker is very confident. Very, very confident. Please help me welcome to the lectern, my good friend, my confident friend, my confidant, Toastmaster Sandia Paul.
Words, they carry weight. We often don't realize how heavy until they land in someone's heart. Mr. Chair, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening. Good evening. A few years ago, I was reminded of how powerful words are. I ran into a classmate of mine, Ashley, and she started to tell me about her life. She was living in a dream house, driving a dream car. Life had been good to her. Ashley shared with me, and she tried to bring to my remembrance a conversation I had with a gentleman people may consider the bad boy at school. A conversation I had in senior school. Trevor was his name, and I said to him, Trevor, while everybody is not made to be the master of reading, writing, arithmetic, whatever you decide to do the best at it. If you decide to be an auto mechanic, don't just be a regular auto mechanic. Be like Ford. Create the next brand of vehicles. According to Ashley, she was sitting on the sidelines of the benches, and she observed this conversation. And she said, in that moment, while trying to figure out where she wanted to go in her life, what she wanted to do in her life, those words helped her. She went on in her life into the beauty industry. She decided that she was going to have a chain of businesses, clothing, cosmetics, and everything in the grouping. And she said to me, Sandia, thank you for being you. Because of the words spoken, I promise you, before I die, I will have my own nail polish brand. In that moment, I was reminded that words, they carry weight.
But life has a way of teaching us these lessons on both sides. Because while some words plant seeds that build people, some words, they leave wounds. Wounds that we never intended to create. And I learned this lesson the hard way. I learned this with an encounter I had with somebody who was near and dear to my heart. One of my neighbors, an elderly neighbor of mine, Mrs. Roll. She had a daughter who had passed away, an only child, and my mother died when I was a little girl, and so we thought it was fate. You have no children, and I had no mama. And so we looked out for each other. Miss Roll is one of the strongest women I know. In her youthful years, she juggled being a operator in the hotel. She owned a chain of taxi cabs, jitneys. She danced and traveled the world. But as life sometimes does, seasons change. She experienced deep and personal loss, and almost everything Miss Roll had worked for and built in her 60s was pretty much gone. She found herself at a place where she was renting after owning buildings, houses, apartments. And late in life, while renting, her landlord came to her one day and said to her, Miss Roll, long-term rental just ain't working out. I gotta Airbnb my place. This was devastating to her. And I remember trying to encourage her during this time. I said something I believe was grounded in faith. Something I thought sounded encouraging. I said in these exact words, I don't feel sad. I don't feel sad at all. Because God is going to work this out. Toastmasters and guests, after that conversation, I noticed that the calls got a little bit less. The WhatsApp messages, the morning blessings and prayers, I realized that something was missing. But I said, you know what, maybe she's just been busy. And so one day the Holy Spirit arrested me. My spirit, and said, no, you need to pause and call Miss Roll. And when I called her, she said something to me that I will never forget. She said, dear, you know that I love you like a daughter. But when I was going through one of the toughest times in my life, you said something that hurt me. And in that moment, something shifted. She went on to explain how my words felt unsupportive. She went on to explain how she thought it was the most devastating thing because the only thing she heard me say was, Joel, I'm not sad. She heard nothing else afterward. Words, they carry weight. Thankfully, we were able to talk it through. Thankfully, at the end of that conversation, she felt supported, she felt seen, and she remembered the love that I have for her. So tonight, I leave you with this thought. Words, say it with me. Words, they carry weight. They carry weight. They don't just disappear when they leave our lips. They land somewhere. They plant something. A word can build a soul, or a word can break a spirit. A sentence can open a door, just as well as a sentence can close a heart. So let us choose carefully. Let us uplift, affirm, and restore. Because long after the moment is gone, our words will still echo in someone's mind, still live in someone's memory, still shape someone's story. So speak with intention, speak with kindness, and speak with purpose. Because words, they carry weight. Thank you.
She was so excited, she's like, I finished.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to our second prepared speaker and president of Toastmaster, Stephanie. Give another round of applause, please. So we have shortness, we have simplicity, we have strength, we have sincerity. And those will get you a long way with speaking with purpose. But unfortunately, Jesus, Savior, pilot me. We need some evaluation along the way. But before that, I'll give you a joke. I'll give you a joke. Usually I wait to do a joke afterwards. But I'll give you a joke. So there was a new pastor who came in to this new constituency, this new area, and he wanted to get familiar with everybody. So he went around to different houses and he would introduce himself. And Pastor so and so, nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having me. So and so and so. So he, based on his list, he realized that he was going over to a single lady's house. So he's very, very polite, very cautious. Whenever he knocked on the door, no answer. He looked, saw a car in the driveway, so he looked over, he knocked on the window a little bit, nothing too much, just let him know he was here. So he saw that nobody came to the door. So he took a business card, he wrote on the back, Revelation 3:10. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. ... He left it. So now fast forward to Sunday now, and he's doing his service, doing his thing. And during the service, the young lady, she's there. She slipped her business card inside the offering plate. So during the offering session, it was just collected and it went in the back. And then after church service, he saw the note from the young lady. He read it and it said, Genesis 10:3. I heard thee calling, but I was naked, so I hid. No, they wanted to joke. They wanted to joke.
Way to go, Mr. Chairman.
A good friend of mine, Toastmaster JC Sweeting, distinguished Toastmaster, he would have been so mad if I told one of those awful 1600 jokes. It was a good, clean, Holy Ghost joke. But I also had to say that because the evaluator is forthcoming. I usually tell my other jokes after evaluation. But in the person of Toastmaster Jonathan Aubrey, he's going to come and tell us just how good we was or what we can improve. Thank you so much for being our evaluator, and come on down and give us our report card. And this part is evaluating the purpose.
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests.
Yeah.
As mentioned, I am Toastmaster Jonathan Aldry, the director. I can say that now. The purpose of the general evaluator is to do just that, to evaluate the functionaries and the speakers. We room the chairman to see exactly what was good, what was not so good. However, I'm not alone. I have a tag team of people who will assist me in my evaluation. So let's start off with lexicologist, Toastmaster Tatiana Ambresti. Please stand. Toastmaster Ambresti, I want to commend you because this is your maiden voyage. Correct. Yes. You gotta be different. But also very, very, very engaging this conversation. You gave us
I think they did it. They knew.
You gave us a easy to use word that, even though it wasn't heard tonight, I'll be using this word. Not here in the other club. I'll save you all from mentioning it. The other club, all around Bahamas. Yes, the other clubs. Down, people down. Yes. If there was one thing I would encourage you on, though, your president is big on this. He mentioned this these 4 times today. Energy. When you come to this lecture, I know you're diffident. But we're willing to fake the energy. Because what happens is that as your audience, you're feeding off the energy. You come up here nervous and scared. We're nervous. I'm scared for you. But you come up there, energy, volume, we can clap, applaud, we can probably get to the session. But once again, awesome job. Looking forward to seeing you present again for the lecture. It's like that was me. Yes. Next up, we will have our table topics master and person or Toastmaster, Sandia, not Paul. Miller. I want to commend you because you came with the energy, the excitement. You came with the spoken words that I was thinking before the table topic session. It's Master Miller. You did something that I always commend table topics masters on, because I see with certain members of my own club, when they try to flex their intellectual muscle, and all I am doing is confusing the audience. They ask PhD questions. Yeah, actually, listen, I'm a C++ all my life. Even now, I'm barely scraping by, so I don't need no deep questions. And what you had were easy, I had questions, and that is the purpose of the table topics master. All the questions you asked us were easy for us to explain, and people gave really deep and intellectual responses to it. Now, I was told to chop you. I won't say by who. I was told to chop you because you asked someone on the program. That's a big no-no. I can't do that person. This is me. But just be mindful while you're preparing for your questions that no one on the program should be asked a question because they're trying to get the butterflies out of stuff that you know. But once again, awesome job. And we're looking forward to seeing your lecture again. Give a round of applause. Now we get into the main course of my evaluation. The speakers, starting with the first speaker, Toastmaster, Tanya Miller. And she will be evaluated like no other. At a great mind. Whatever you need, this Toastmaster got you. You need fragrances, you need food, anything you need on this island. This man can get it to you in less than 48 hours. Broke up. Toastmaster, Nigel Hepburn. Let's get her.
Good evening. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that great and elaborate introduction, Mr. General Evaluator. So, Toastmaster Tanya, you started off with a great quote from Friedrich Nietzsche on finding your why. Now, I'm not a doctor, so there will be no medications prescribed this evening. And I'm not a pastor, so I don't have a Bible verse to give you. However, I do have answers that you need now in the form of this evaluation. Your speech was well crafted, and my prognosis of your presentation this evening is that you are indeed not diffident. So,
There you go.
my suggestions to you this evening in your journey to becoming even more diffident and having a strong and increasing the strength of your why and the purpose of your voice is to be a little more comfortable in your presentation and memorize it, because we all know in Toastmasters, this is your story. And who can be you better than you besides you? So all of the ideas that you have in your head and you present, they are coming from you. They're your life stories. They're what you feel. I sense the passion and the strength in your voice as you've progressed in this Toastmasters journey. So just being more mindful of this is your story. Get comfortable with it and memorize the parts that are you. You can memorize, and in those instances is the perfect time to divorce yourself from the lectern, make more eye contact with persons at the tea and guests around the room, because now you're sharing a part of yourself. Everything else is the fluff, just to show. But we are here for you. Within that, I would just say thank you for your presentation, and persons have found their purpose, because it's also helping me find my purpose in presenting this evaluation to you, which is an extreme delight. So with that being said, excellent presentation, and I look forward to seeing you at the lectern again with more purpose, more confidence, and more passion. Thank you.
Toastmaster Miller, incredible job tonight. what really grabbed me about your speech was your personal story. And that's the beauty of every single speaker. You can tell when you're reaching that quote unquote veteran level because the stories connect more with the audience and you can feel the story, for lack of better words. When you were up here describing, going to that doctor multiple times and describing you the same old, whatever the medication was, we all felt that. I think even me and Distinguished Toastmaster Gong were going back and forth. Oh, man, yeah, been there. So it's definitely good to see those stories connecting. I also want to commend you because it was a good message. Normally, I spoke about having the personal stories connect, but then take it a step above that, the message which you gave related with me and the rest of Toastmasters in this room tonight. Now, your evaluator already spoke on the eye contact, but I just want you to be mindful of two things, two traps. First, the rocking back and forth. It's a little here and there, but just be mindful of it because it is distracting. It will take away from your already good story. So, recommendation I have is when you practice, firmly plant and deliver your speech. That way you know when you deliver your speech, you're already comfortable with being firmly planted from your audience. Second, and I make this mistake every now and then, but a lot of times actually, don't apologize to your audience. We don't know what's on this paper. So when you say, I'm sorry, let me start again, oops, it lets us know that, oh, that was a mistake. But if you don't say it, you don't know. And I believe we in Toastmaster Fest have messed up a lot of times. We don't say nothing. That's why we sound so good. But once again, I want to commend you on having an incredible presentation. The words you spoke tonight definitely have inspired myself and the other Toastmasters who know that sticks and stones break my bones. And the words you say can't hurt me. Thank you, Toastmaster. Now, our second prepared speaker, Toastmaster Sandia Hall. Yes. And she will be evaluated by none other than the one, Congress, past president of the illustrious Thomas Brown Toastmasters.
The other people.
Of 1600, yes. You see him longer, yes. Thank you very much.
Good evening. From the beginning, from the title of the speech, words carry weight. Your title has made me reflect and say, okay, you have to be careful with this evaluation because your words carry weight and it could make the speaker, could break a speaker, it could make them not give a speech again.
Yeah.
Who knows? You don't know how far your words can affect others. And this was the message throughout Toastmasters and the Paul's speech. I want to commend her, first of all, on preparing. She printed 2 copies of the evaluation because she knows I mess up. So I will give her a very proper copy of her evaluation when I'm done. But the purpose and pathways of her project is inspire your audience. And the purpose of this speech is for the member to inspire this audience. In that vein, Toastmaster Sandia Paul, one thing you did very well or you excelled at is that you use storytelling. Storytelling is one of the best vehicles to get your audience interested in your message and then to let them understand what your points are. And in your speech, you use three stories, with 1 story per point that you were trying to convey so that we could stay engaged with you. Excellent at that. One thing I want you to work on is that you should use your notes less. If you're telling a story, you already know the story, so you shouldn't have to refer to your paper to remember parts of your story. Okay, so that's one thing I need you to work at. And I want to also commend you on your voice modulation. excellent voice modulation. Pause when it was necessary and made us digest your message a lot more pleasant. So very well done with that. And one thing I would challenge you to do for your next speech is to write it earlier. Write your speech earlier, get more time to practice, you get more time to learn the stories that you're going to tell, not have to your delivery. Other than that, I think that because words carry weight, that message, I'm sure everybody has learned that they need to be careful with how they speak to people, what you tell others, how you correct them, how you evaluate them. And that will carry your personality a long way. So kudos to you again for a very powerful speech this evening. If you follow my recommendations, I am sure that the weight of my evaluation will go very far.
Thank you.
Postmaster, send me a forward. Whatever you decide to do, be the best. Yes, I like that. Once again, incredible presentation tonight. Like I said, with the first percent of storytelling. And the stories you told tonight really grabbed my attention very early on. Your evaluator gave a great detailed evaluation, so I don't need to go into much detail. I will add 2 chaps. Just a couple of things to be mindful of. Little nudges, play with your hands when you present. Way to counteract this or just simply adjust this. Record your speech. Watch your back, see the little movements and stuff like that. Some people will bell, later then bell, all types of stuff. But once you record yourself, you're able to pick out those little things and properly adjust them. Second of all, present in front of a mirror. So when you present, you can see, okay, I play with my hands a little bit, I grab my both these big things to be aware of. Second, I do want to double up on the point that distinguished Toastmaster made with the eye contact. Incredible story, touching hearts. But the minute you break eye contact and pick up your paper, or I hear the paper shuffling around, you take me out of your story. Always keep your audience fully engaged in your story. Besides that, awesome job by all those guys. Besides that. Once again, incredible speech. I look forward to seeing you present again, whether it be here or any capacity. Thank you.
Damn well.
Thank you.
That's above my pay grade. Now we'll evaluate our chairman. What's like? You don't distinguish. You don't have to, but then you will. You distinguish? When you get distinguished? Yeah. 2019. Oh, yes, my fault. Distinguished Toastmaster, Christian Benedict. Let's give him another round of applause.
Yes.
Round of applause. Awesome. But the board tonight was a very informative and engaging chairmanship session. We taught all the speakers, functionaries, and guests 4 S's: short, strength, simplicity, and sincerity. I know that those words will carry on and be able to help all the speakers, so especially with a thing like tonight with purpose in speech. It was a nice family message. Now, you know the standard. Yeah. When you do your chairmanship, there's 2 things. Mr. President, what are those 2 things? What? Yes. It's things. Thanks. Thanks. Just some things. More jokes. Distinguished Toastmaster Benedict, I see no things. And I heard a last-minute short talk joke. That I got to.
How good was it? Was the joke good?
The people laughed. I didn't laugh.
The people
And when he chuckled,
People have spoken. But that's I've heard, bro.
But besides those things, obviously making sure you always a prepared Toastmaster. I seen it said before at 1600 Communications and also here. So I know that you always prepare, but just be willing to look more things.
Yeah.
Little more things. But once again, awesome job and looking forward to seeing the chairmanship by yourself, sir. Round of applause.
Awesome stuff. Now I go into calling upon my tag team. They're here to stand by my side and fellow and further critique this session. I'll call on our grammarian, Toastmaster, Tatiana and Bristol.
The purpose of the grammarian is to comment on the use of English during the meeting, including misuse of words, incorrect pronunciation, use of cliches, and poor sentence structure, as well as any interesting, unusual, or particularly effective uses of speech. Jonathan Aubrey.
Play safe. Got him. Play safe.
I won't like. I don't like. I want you be.
There's more?
I want you to be.
Hey.
Tara Ferguson. I want to say. I want to say. Tara Ferguson. I was even chasing man. I was even chasing a man. No, well. Go ahead.
You don't know that. She might have said the
And then Tristan Benedict, the most sharpest, the sharpest. Something. Tristan Benedict again.
Present.
They are going to.
Talk that way.
How good was we? How good were we?
Say that.
Tanya Miller. Our part. Something. I say listen. I said listen. Sandia Paul. Going to. Her. Renting.
Get out.
Keep in mind, Toastmaster, yes, that was the main voyage. See ya. Toastmaster.
Get it on, go.
Next, we have up and coming parents to tell us exactly the further chapters and tell us what the words that we use for tonight. Let's welcome Toastmaster Tony Kalma.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It's my first time. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or a pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Also to note overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know, as well as filler sounds, including and Additionally, to note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, this means, or this means. My report is as follows. Toastmaster Sandia Miller, 1 Distinguished Toastmaster Tristan Benedict, 1 so. And DTF Ernesto Gongora, 1 To my VPE, Chairman, and President, normally extremely diffident to do something like this, but I strongly appreciate you calling on me. Herein concludes my report.
Awesome job, Toastmaster. And now we call upon our timer, the money man, Toastmaster Gregory Cash.
Yes.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As a timing for this evening, my duty is to record, prepare speeches, table topic speeches, and speech evaluations during tonight's meeting. The meeting began at 6 o'clock. Our education segment was at 6:15. Our Legacy College's Toastmaster Tatiana Ampresta lasted for 4 minutes and 35 seconds. Our table topics held by Toastmaster Sandia Miller lasted for 18 minutes. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Tanya Miller, lasted for 7 minutes and 40 seconds. Our second speaker, Toastmaster Sandia Paul, lasted for 7 minutes and 10 seconds. Our German evaluator, Toastmaster Jonathan Arbery, who evaluated our Legacy Colleges, lasted for 1 minute and 58 seconds. Toastmaster Arbery, who evaluated our table topics master, lasted for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Toastmaster Nigel Elburn, who evaluated our first speaker, lasted for 3 minutes. Distinguished Toastmaster Ernesto Gongora evaluated our second speaker, which was for 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Our content report was done by Toastmaster Tony Kummer, lasted for 55 seconds. The grammarian report, which was done by Toastmaster Tatiana Ampresta, lasted for 2 minutes. And Toastmaster Arbery, who invited the room and share, which was done by distinguished Toastmaster Tristan Beneby, lasted for 1 minute and 25 seconds. The time now is 7:32. Here ends the timings report for this evening. Thank you, everyone.
Toastmaster Gaps for your timers report. And finally, the evaluation of the room, as you can clearly see. Banners, banner, the president is here. The gavel is here as well. Trophy is food, most important thing, those things are not here. And of course, most importantly, the fellow Toastmasters and guests are here, the most important thing. And with that, it's my time. Jim.
Another round of applause, squad. I've become a fan of evaluation. It really does help you get better. Please give him another round of applause. Now, my favorite artist, Stevie Wonder, he said it best. Use your heart to love somebody. And if your heart is big enough, use your heart to love everybody. It's been a pleasure to be here. And like I said, I was glad when they said unto me, I came running when they said unto me, let us go into the House of Cable. Mr. President.
Harry. 529.
Mr. President. Proud enough, happy to be here. I really miss being here. Please invite me as soon as you have the chance to your team. Madam EPP, call me anytime.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you very much to our presenters this evening. We appreciate your time. We are all a little bit richer. We've all been able to add at least one tool to our toolbox this evening. Thank you so much for coming to our club of Cable Revolutionaries Club 2591529. Thank you, and we hope to see you again. I now yield the lectern to Mr. President.
So to speak with purpose, it's impossible for you to be dividends. That's why you have to sound like you mean it. And I think this evening we heard some presentations, some first-time presentations, and they all sounded like they mean it. We heard some amazing speeches, spoke about speaking with purpose, speaking for your purpose, and also ensuring that if you're going to do something, might as well be the best at it. I like to say, if you can do something, do it big. The only thing guaranteed in life is failure. So what are you afraid of? With With that being said, we now open the business session again with leading outside of the club. Leading outside of the club, going once, and we got one. Leading outside the club, going twice. Well, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would like to say, Toastmaster Pearson.
Thank you for acknowledging, Mr. President. Our good president was a judge at the Youth Empowerment Program this week.
All right, thank you. Also, a part of that YEP speech contest was also Toastmaster, Sims Toastmaster Russell Payne. Ashley Payne. She was one of the coordinators of that speech contest. We also had Toastmaster Naya Saunders, who was also being outside the club at the Judith P. Thompson Primary School, preparing students for their annual speech contest. So as usual, we always have something going on, and I look forward to seeing everyone's growth, everyone's purpose becoming a much more the opposite of dividends. But it's good to see that we're consistent in terms of leading outside the club, leading inside the club. And I commend everyone who is continuing to do such an amazing job. Leading outside the club once.
Sorry.
On. Committee reports, communicate. Committee reports going once. Toastmasters.
Just a reminder, dues are due. And dollar dues for those persons who have not.
That's for Toastmasters and guests. Dollar dues are due. If you want to make a donation, that is taken as well. You never say no to money. As you can see, we have refreshments, we have drinks, we have jokes, we got nourishment in the form of speeches. So this is a whole event. People usually pay for this. Don't here every Thursday at 6 p.m. But the world is gonna end. Yeah, at least one place to be. But you can at least have a good time. Committee reports, communicate going once. Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Christine Sweeting.
Mr. President. As a social committee, we have an upcoming event. Anybody can guess what it is? We haven't had it for birthday. Oh, birthday. So we celebrate birthdays at the end of the month. And it's as customary, we have a special guest who's coming. They're coming from the prison area. Yeah, down that way. So you need to come back.
Prison gonna come in?
No, who works at the prison. At the prison.
Whew, he coming for me.
No. So as customary, we have our cake.
I'm large.
And we will be singing happy birthday, and you celebrate the birthdays. We're also celebrating our winners. Yes, we're celebrating. So come out. Come out. And bring cakes. And bring cakes and shake a leg, come on. Okay? Thank you, Mr. President.
Come in.
Okay.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Sweeting. So for the benefit of our guests, we usually have an end of month party. We have entertainers who come in and they entertain. So we have our meeting, as usual. And then right after, we have a session where we have entertainment, we have drinks, refreshments, etc. Cake. And cake as well. Customized cake too. Really good cake. Toastmaster Sweeting's name isn't Sweeting for no reason. Yes, committee reports, communicate going once, going twice. Coming from the education committee, fellow Toastmasters and guests, I invite you all to sign up. Sign up for a speech, sign up for a lexicology role, sign up for an evaluation role. Even sign up to speak outside of the club, because that is truly where you're going to see the growth. And speak with purpose and air all you want. But until you step outside these doors and actually utilize what you've learned, that's when the purpose actually is met. So I invite you all to reach out, volunteer yourself. Don't wait for the education committee to reach out to you. Volunteer. Next week we have an amazing program with some new speakers, new members coming in. We have two persons in the audience who we're gonna put into the membership again. We have Mr. Tate, we have Keith. So you guys are answering this. I'd say start writing the speech now.
Yes, you ready on that?
We'll get you. You're not trying to free you. That being said, committee reports communicate going once, going twice, gone, other business.
Yes.
Toastmaster Paul.
Thank you for acknowledging me, Mr. President. Mr. President, we have one of our prospective Toastmasters who was leaving outside of the club, but of course we had to wait till other business to share. We had our prospective Toastmaster, Naomi Lydia, who shared with the CB Bethel tourism class on entrepreneurship and hospitality. So we congratulate her on that presentation. We also have our good Toastmaster Keith Roy, who's been missing, and we're happy to have him back. Right. So Toastmaster Roy would have competed in a half marathon where he placed, one of the marathons 13.1 miles. I don't know about you all, but 3 miles is something like, you know. And out of 3,500 persons, Toastmaster Roy came second in his category, 30 to 35. So we congratulate him. We thank you. We're gonna put a shameless plug in there when we start our little step competition. And Tatiana, Toastmaster Roy, assist us with that. Thank you so very much for acknowledging us.
So we finally found someone to give Tatiana some competition. So now this is going to make things a lot more interesting, and we can definitely move forward with that initiative from the membership committee. Other business going once, other business going twice. On. Announcements. Announcements going once, announcements going twice. Well, fellow Toastmasters, I have an announcement. For those of you who are new to the Toastmasters program, Club 1600 is having rules. Distinct Toastmasters, can you remind me of the Robert's Rules of Engagement, actually? Yes. So,
yeah, parliamentary procedure.
Correct. So, parliamentary procedure. So, during the business session, knowing when to move a motion, knowing how to accept a motion, knowing how to disrupt the meeting in a respectful but decisive way. These are all the things that you can learn under the Robert's Rules Quarter. It's also beneficial when you're in other business settings where meetings are being run, where you know how to ask for information, where you know how to bring up the points, etc. So I think this is a very beneficial session for those of you who are interested in learning a bit more about how the Toastmasters program can be transposed outside of the meeting room and how it can actually benefit you in your personal and business endeavors. Announcements going once. Mr. Paul.
Thank you for acknowledging me, Mr. President. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, we have some very exciting meetings coming up. One is Cinco de Mayo. We're looking to celebrate that a whole lot in May. We also have, and we're expecting to celebrate women empowerment in the upcoming weeks. And so we implore you, if any of these speak to you and you'd like to play a special role in the program, please reach out to the VPE committee. Of course, if you would like to bring things, the treasurer, I'm certain, will accept. Thank you so much for acknowledging, Mr. President.
Thank you. So in reference to Cinco de Mayo, I think we need to volunteer somewhere. Just to make sure. Just to make sure we gotta make sure that day is set. So the Cinco Toastmaster Gongora.
Yes. Chairman for the evening.
Yes.
Yeah, one Mexican.
Right. Announcements going once, going twice. Toastmaster up.
Mr. President, I ordered some pins. I think I ordered little. I ordered like 6. And I realized I found the note later to order 10. So try to get the others.
Excellent.
Announcements going once, going twice. Go on. Let's hear a raffle pitch from Toastmaster Alex Pearson once more. We have persons in the room, person on Zoom. You can also give an IOU. You can send the money through wire transfer, crypto, online, any means.
$22.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, We currently have almost $30 in the pot. That means with as little as $1, you can go home with as much as $15. Last call for raffle. Last call for raffle.
That's for the Toastmasters and guests. I'm not a gambler, but if I could win 15 from one, that's a bet I'm willing to take anytime.
Oh, yeah.
So as she goes around to take the raffle, let's have my guests on Zoom, Miss Denisha Al-Adderley. Let us know how was the meeting this evening for you.
Good night again, Mr. President and fellow Toastmasters. Based on my observation from the meeting tonight, it was very intriguing, and I would definitely be back. The speakers did an awesome job. I didn't hear. Can you repeat the question?
Who invited you to the meeting this evening?
Toastmaster, Mrs. President.
All right.
Stop, you got one. Let's hear from Mr. Nigel Everett. Let us know how was the meeting this evening for you. Thank you for serving as our evaluator. So while Mr.
Hello.
Everett gets this mic.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Once again, the meeting was very informative, insightful. Unfortunately, I'm not there physically, but this isn't my first interaction with cable, and you just want to commend you and your executive on the awesome job that you're doing, keeping the program alive. I know DTM Gongora is happy that we are 1600 is all contributing to keeping the vibe alive. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you for the invite as a general evaluator and as an evaluator, my apologies. And I look forward to being able to assist with any future programs. You can feel free to reach out to me. Your executive, feel free to reach out to me. If time permits, I will be more than happy to lend my services. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Everett. Let's hear from my other guests, Mr. Tate. It's been a little minute, but we know you have other things to do, but you make an extra effort to come up and visit the meeting. Let us know how was the meeting this evening for you.
The meeting was great. I had to get in the flow of speaking again. Thought it once proved dauntingly difficult, but it was just a matter of getting over my diffidence. But I went a little deep that time. But I'll take this more and see how deeper I can go. And I have a good word. I do determine that this thing very it's a good place to be.
Yeah.
Learn a lot. I believe that is you can look at other people and see other areas you can master as well, and you can get better at. It inspires me to be able to grow in areas where I see other people. It might come easier for other people, but I see how I can improve my craft on my side. So, yeah.
That's good. That's good. No arms, no eyes. I didn't use the word really. All it took was one people to get him back. So on that point that he spoke about digging deep, you know there's a reason why gold has to be dug for, while silver and diamonds have to be dug for. Because it's worth something. So when you come to Toastmasters meeting and get a dig, it's because it's worth something. That's something I learned being a Toastmaster. Just find something to say. Just before the raffle is being picked, we'll hear now from Mr. Roy on his return back to cable.
Revolutionary. Hello.
51529.
Well, good evening, fellow Toastmasters, yeah.
Good evening.
I wasn't expecting to, say a speech silly, but it's good to be back. It's been a while since I've been, when I with my colleagues to reach on. I think it's a good time for. I know that I need to continue to grow my rhetorical skills, and what better way of doing that than being a part of a Toastmasters club that I'm very familiar with. So, I am very glad to be back. Looking forward to being a part of the lecture in the coming future, and it's good to be here. So, thank you. Yeah.
So let's see who wins the raffle tonight.
Our liaison will pick the
Let's shake it up, give
Let's
Watch them like dominoes.
I don't feel like girls be giving me a fair chance here.
This is it. That might be the winning. Yeah. Yeah, that's the.
Just a two.
I'm not a lucky guy.
Girls is Sandia. That's it.
He's got to take us out to the winning number is 4, 5, 2, 9, 3, 2, 4.
That's way too much.
Stop the count.
My voice.
Why does one? Way to go, way to go.
This was a coincidence, you guys.
I'm gonna pray over that cover.
Put the eyes to the front now.
Yeah.
When they would stand up.
Drum roll, drum roll. You're part of the night.
No, we need $40 for the phone.
Excellent. Thanks. For single divide.
For yours, the evaluator of the night.
Yes.
You chose. Toastmaster. You voted for Toastmaster Nigel Everett. Congratulations, Toastmaster Hepburn. You can get your trophy when you see me.
When you come to me.
Yes, when you come here in person.
Yes.
I'll be there. Thank you.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And for your speaker of the night, you voted Toastmaster Sandia Paul.
Sure.
Yes.
I get a motion for adjournment.
The president, I move that we adjourn tonight's meeting until next week Thursday at a place to be provided by Table Bahamas. Same time, same place.
You have a second?
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Sanchez in the back of the room. Gary, leading the track. Thank you all for coming out.
Very helpful. Thank you for being patient with me, guys.
Why don't say why don't say anyone what happened?
Because.
Trying to help us also. Starting to just.
I know, they don't go in that,
Use your mental.
Things change, things open up, so whenever you get a chance, they can always come up.
I can let them know. Right,
Exactly.
Mexico.
Yeah.
My spirit works. Don't book it yet, but start working.
That's what I'm about. So I'm trying to make it.
I would say so true. So it's not
Exactly.
medication. That's part of the.
I know. So good.
Thank you, though. So we have pizza. We have extra pizza, please. Don't let it sway.
So, I need you to, when you use this link to give another inspiration or just this one. I know, okay. Come back. Okay.
Yeah, there's something I mind.
Oh,
And the grammar.
yeah.
Alright, so compared, like that was my first function I wrote.
You need to engage.
You're going to.
Yeah, or. Yeah.
I get you everyone, I get you all the bad stuff, I get you all the good stuff.
And the funny thing is, my brother's daughter is so. I like seeing the errors. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we're thinking with.
And so, yeah, and so that's.
Thank you very much. I'm telling you.
Get that switch ready.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
So, one of the things that I plan to start doing as well. Will be
When they see that it's.
one of these days, not last, but one of these days, we're gonna have a meeting where there isn't an agenda besides the speakers, or actually there wouldn't be an agenda, but when you walk through, put your hand in a pot and pick out a room. So be ready for that, all this table topics or how to speaks. Just
The table topics is the only one that's designated, so they kind of know their question. No?
One fly. I mean, which means I can.
I thought they said 12 though.
So come to pause and say you're safe.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
Yeah, them Alex. Oh, Alex. Yo, we look at the comments from we missed the comment.
You are serious?
Yeah,
No, I have a serious headache.
Say someone say get them Alex.
who's these?
I do a table topics, I know.
Suppose they say get them Alex, then someone say thank you for having, but I must attend another meeting.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I have no clue.
You'll try to take something out.
That's right.
That's yours, right?
Yeah.
Trying my hardest. I feel like crap.
That's everything right?
Yeah,
Yes.
so much water.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
So you're not necessarily connected.
Oh, and yes.
Yeah.